My dear friends, welcome to my channel. Myself, Gaur Bharat Kumar, working as assistant professor in the department of CSC. In today's session, we will discuss about the relation between primary key and foreign key. Already we know different types of keys are available in the database management system. Those are primary key, foreign key, super key. Okay, like that. Already in the previous session, we covered 8 different types of keys. If you have any information regarding those keys, please watch my previous video. In today's session, we will cover the relation between primary key and foreign key with the suitable example. Okay, now I will explain what is the meaning of primary key and what is the meaning of foreign key. Okay, with the help of my presentation here. Okay, so here first we will discuss what is the meaning of primary key. Okay, so here please observe. Today's our aim is to discuss about the primary key and foreign key only. That's why I will move only the primary key and foreign key. Okay, so coming to the primary key here, the primary key, not only the primary key, all the keys are used to identify unique information every row. Okay, so here the primary key agenda is also same. So, but in the primary key, we have some rules are there. What are those rules? In today's session, we will discuss about that. Here, actually, each and every table maintains at most one primary key only. That is the main rule. Here, the primary key can't be duplicated. Okay, so that's why the primary key play an important role in the relational database management systems. Here, a table cannot have more than one primary key. Coming to the rules, actually, two rows can't have the same primary key. It must for every row to have a primary key value. The primary key field cannot be null. The value in a primary key column can never be modified or updated if any foreign key refers to that primary key. These are the rules. Now we will discuss about these rules with the help of example. Okay, once we will move to the foreign key. So after that, we will move to the example. Okay, already these keys are discussed in the previous session. Okay, now we will move to the foreign key. So here in today's main agenda is to discuss the relation between primary key and foreign key. So what is the meaning of foreign key? Foreign keys are the column of the table which is used to point to the primary key of another table. So here please remember one point. If we assign the foreign key only, already the primary key is available in the before. Okay, that means in the previous tables. Okay, so here in this particular table we will assign, our aim is to assign the foreign key, then definitely we will relate this column to the previous primary key table. Now we will discuss the example, no problem. Okay, so please observe here the example employee and a department. Here suppose we will consider the department ID and a department name in the department table. In the employee table, we have 6 different types of fields are available. So here we add the primary key of the department table, department ID as a new attribute in the employee table. Actually, this is the first table. Department table is the first table. Here, department ID is the primary key. Department name is the normal key. Now we will assign the department ID of primary key table to the foreign key of employee department ID. Okay, now in the employee table, department ID is the foreign key. Okay, so in the employee table, department ID is the foreign key. In the department table, department ID is the primary key. Definitely at the time of we will assign the foreign key, then definitely we will maintain the primary key of a previous table. Okay, please observe the relation between primary key and foreign key. Now, please observe the second point. In a company, every employee works in a specific department, and employee and the department are two different entities. So we can't store the information of the department in the employee table. That's why we link these two tables through the primary key of one table. Okay, so this is the relation between primary key and foreign key. Now we will move to the example. Okay, with the example, we will try to solve we will execute with the help of compiler, no problem. Okay, so here primary key and foreign key. So ఇక్కడ మనం foreign key assign చేయాలి అంటే definitely we have one primary key with another table. So that's why here I will consider the college database. In the college database, students is one table here, and another table is the second table is related to exam table. Okay, so here my aim is students writing the exam. That point of view, definitely every student is registered for the exam. So that's why first I will create the students table. Okay, first I will create the students table in the database, college database. What are the fields I will consider here? Register number, student name, student age. Okay, here I will consider the register number as the primary key, because each and every student maintain the unique primary key. Definitely a student consider చేసుకున్నా కూడా different primary keys ఉంటాయి, different register numbers ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి that's why we will consider the register number as the primary key in the students table. Okay, so coming to the exam table, now we have already the students table is available. Now we will move to the exam table. Okay, so in the exam table we will consider the register number, course name, course code as the fields of the exam. Here actually ఎవరైతే స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళు మాత్రమే ఎగ్జామ్ రాయడానికి ఎలిజిబుల్ అవుతారు. Okay, that's why here I will consider the register number as foreign key in the exam table. So ఈ ఎగ్జామ్ కి రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వాలి అంటే, దట్స్ వై ఎగ్జామ్ టేబుల్లో రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వాలి అంటే, స్టూడెంట్ అనేవాడు ఎగ్జామ్ రాయాలి అంటే డెఫినెట్లీ వాడు స్టూడెంట్ అయి ఉండాల్సిందే. ఓకే, సో దట్స్ వై హియర్ ఐ విల్ లింక్ ద ఫారెన్ కీ రిజిస్టర్ నెంబర్ ఎగ్జామ్ టేబుల్ టు ద primary key register number of students table. Are you understand my point, my dear friends? Here the student aim is to write the exam. Definitely ఆ ప్రతి స్టూడెంట్ అనేవాడు స్టూడెంట్ టేబుల్లో ఉండాలి, అప్పుడు మాత్రమే తను ఎగ్జామ్ రాయడానికి ఎలిజిబుల్. అంటే స్టూడెంట్ టేబుల్లో ఏదైతే రిజిస్టర్ నెంబర్ ఎన్రోల్ అయ్యారో వాళ్ళు మాత్రమే ఎగ్జామ్ రాయడానికి ఎలిజిబుల్ అవుతారు. దట్ ఈస్ మై మెయిన్ పాయింట్ హియర్. ఆర్ యు అండర్స్టాండ్ ద పాయింట్? డెఫినెట్లీ స్టూడెంట్ టేబుల్లో ఉంటే మాత్రమే వాళ్ళు ఎగ్జామ్ రాయడానికి ఎలిజిబుల్. నౌ వి విల్ రన్ దిస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ కంపైలర్. ప్లీజ్ అబ్జర్వ్ దట్. సో హియర్ suppose now I will create new database, create a database with the college. Okay, so this is the syntax for creating the database. Now we will use this database, the college database. That's why. Okay, now we are in the college database. Now our aim is to create the students table and to create the exam table. Okay, so here we will consider the students table in the register number, name, age are the fields. Okay, so the student table is created. Up to now, how many number of students are available in the students table? 0, because we will not insert any data into the students. Okay, that's why. Okay, empty set. Now we will create another table, exam table. Okay, so already we know the syntax. In the exam table, what are the consideration? Definitely we will consider the who are available in the students table. They are only eligible for writing the exam. Okay, so that's why select start from exams. Here also no students are available. Okay, because we are not considered, we are not inserted any data. Okay, so select start from exams, college exam, only exam. Okay, so empty set. Suppose ఇప్పటి వరకు అయితే స్టూడెంట్స్ టేబుల్లో ఎలాంటి డేటా లేదు, ఎగ్జామ్స్ టేబుల్లో కూడా ఎలాంటి డేటా లేదు. సో స్టూడెంట్స్ డేటాలో ఉన్న రిజిస్టర్ నెంబర్స్ మాత్రమే ఎగ్జామ్ రాయడానికి ఎలిజిబుల్, వాళ్ళు మాత్రమే ఎగ్జామ్ టేబుల్లో కన్సిడర్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. సపోజ్ నౌ ఐ విల్ ట్రై టు ఇన్సర్ట్ ద డేటా ఇన్ టు ద ఎగ్జామ్స్ టేబుల్. ఓకే, సో వాట్ హ్యాపెండ్ నౌ వి విల్ అబ్జర్వ్. సో సపోజ్ మై ఎయిమ్ ఇస్ to insert the data into the exam table. Once please observe that what error we will receive. Okay, so no problem, please wait. Okay, so now I am inserting the data into the exam table with the register number 1. The register number 1 is available in the students table? No. Okay, so here the course name is DBMS, course code is CS223. Now we will try. So here we received the error. What error? Please observe that a foreign key constraint fails. What foreign key constraint tells how we will satisfy the foreign key constraint? Definitely మనం ఎగ్జామ్ టేబుల్లో ఏదైతే రిజిస్టర్ నెంబర్ ఎంటర్ చేయాలి అనుకుంటున్నామో ఆ డేటా అనేది స్టూడెంట్ టేబుల్లో అవైలబుల్ గా ఉండాలి. దెన్ ఓన్లీ హియర్ the data is inserted into the exams table. Okay, so first we will try to insert some data into the students table. Okay, so up to now, please wait. So one row is inserted in the students table. Please observe that. Select start from students. Okay, so now the register number 1 is eligible to apply for the exams. Okay, because the register number 1 is available in the students table. Okay, so now the register number 1 is available to write the exam, no problem. Now we will insert another data into the students table with the register number 2. Next name is Kumar, like that. Okay, so another data is also inserted. Now the register number 1 and 2 are eligible to write the exams. Now we will insert some data into the exam table. That means either 1 or 2. Okay, only those 2 students are eligible to write the exam. Okay, so please observe. Actually, please observe the above error. Insert into exam values 1 DBMS CS223. In that time, we will receive one foreign key constraint error. Now, please observe. Already here, we will assign the foreign key for the register number in exams table. So already here we will consider the register number as 1. That's why the register number 1 is eligible to write the exams. Okay, so simply query. Okay, one row affected. The register number 2 is also eligible. Now please observe, 2 is also eligible. Okay, now we will try to insert the register number 3. Register number 3 is eligible for the exam. Is it right or wrong? Definitely wrong, because the register number 3 is not enrolled in the students table. Please observe, here we receive the foreign key constraint. Are you understand what is the relation between primary key and foreign key? ఓకే, సో మనం ఫారెన్ కీగా ఏ ఫీల్డ్ అయితే అసైన్ చేసామో డెఫినెట్లీ ఆ ఫీల్డ్ కి సంబంధించిన డేటా ప్రీవియస్ టేబుల్లో ఉన్న ప్రైమరీ కీలో అవైలబుల్ గా ఉండాలి. దెన్ ఓన్లీ it is eligible to insert the data into that particular table. Okay, suppose we have another option with the null. Okay, so with the null, okay, now we will try with the null. Register number null. Here I am not assigning any register number. It is accepted because the foreign key is accepted the null values. Okay, now please observe the select start from exams. That means please observe the exams table here. Please wait, exam. Okay, so register number 1 is eligible to write the DBMS exam. 2 is eligible to write the DBMS exam. Null, what is the meaning of null? We don't know. Okay, so suppose you will your aim is to rectify this type of errors, then please consider at the time of table creation for the register number, please consider the not null constraint. Okay, so then simply in that time we will not that means the database not accept the null also. So now we will try with the register number 4. That is also not accepted because the register number 4 is not eligible, not enrolled to the students table. I hope all of you understand the relation between primary key and foreign key. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.